Hello, everyone! We're excited to present our project on Alport Syndrome, an inherited disorder that uniquely affects the kidneys, hearing, and vision. You'll see how this condition connects audiology with the broader medical systems and why it matters in clinical care. This project was researched and conducted by Christy Zala, Layla Sharon, and Kristen Hanna. Alport syndrome is a rare inherited condition that affects three main parts of the body: the kidneys, the ears, and the eyes. It happens because of a problem with a special protein called type 4 collagen, which helps hold together the structure of these organs. When this protein doesn't work the way it should, things start to break down slowly, causing progressive kidney disease, sensory neural hearing loss, and eye abnormalities. This condition is passed down through families, usually on the X chromosome. Alport syndrome is caused by mutations in certain genes that help produce collagen, which is an important protein found in different body parts, like the kidneys, ears, and eyes. The specific genes involved are COL4A3, COL4A4, and COL4A5. In most cases, this condition is inherited in what's called an X-linked pattern. That means the gene change is passed down through the X chromosome, so it tends to affect males more than females. As we explained earlier, Alport syndrome can affect both males and females, but males typically experience more severe symptoms because of the way the condition is inherited. It's considered a rare disorder, with an estimated prevalence of about 1 in every 50,000 people. Hearing loss is a common symptom in individuals with Alport syndrome, especially in the most common form, which is called X-linked Alport syndrome, or XLAS. In this form, hearing loss is never present at birth, meaning it is not congenital. Instead, it typically begins in late childhood or during the teenage years. Patients often develop bilateral sensory neural hearing loss, which means the hearing loss affects both ears and involves damage to the inner ear, specifically the cochlea. It usually starts with difficulty hearing high-frequency sounds, and the loss tends to get worse over time. For males with XLAS, about 50% will have noticeable hearing loss by the age of 25, and by the age of 40, around 90% are deaf. So hearing can become a significant concern as they grow older. Before we move on, I'd like to share a short video about a teenager named Drew who's living with Alport syndrome. She talks how it's impacted her hearing and gives a really personal look into what life with this condition can be like.
Me and my youngest sister are affected by it. She is on like early stages because since I had it, we were able to catch it early for her. We both have hearing aids right now. I have a transplant a year and a half ago. I have to take pills both morning and night, about 6 morning and night. My younger sister, like one of the symptoms, obviously hearing loss. It would also be like we would get tired more often. Like in 5th grade, I had to like do half days because I was just so tired and stuff. But then I went on to dialysis, and it kind of helped me get more energy back into the day so I can complete my days. Can't do like gymnastics, which I've been wanting to try a little bit, but you know. At first, when I had dialysis, I would have to like go out of like a pool every like 30 minutes so my dad could like check the tube to make sure that it was like in and okay and nothing, no water or whatever was getting into it. Also with that, I wasn't really allowed to have like sleepovers anywhere else because they had to like hook me up to it. But the way I did dialysis was I could go home and like sleep for 8 hours a night, and it would just work through those 8 hours. Where if I did the other way, I would have to go to the hospital 3 days a week.
Unfortunately, there is no specific treatment or cure for Alport syndrome at this time. Because of that, treatment is mostly focused on slowing the progression of the disease and managing the symptoms as they appear. When it comes to hearing, audiologists usually recommend hearing aids to help improve hearing and communication. In addition to that, many individuals benefit from using compensatory strategies and environmental supports, like lip reading, sign language, sitting closer to a speaker, using closed captions when watching TV, or using assistive listening devices in school or in public places. Regular hearing checkups are also very important because hearing loss in Alport syndrome tends to get worse over time. Keeping track of hearing changes allows the care team to adjust interventions as needed and provide the right support early on. Because hearing loss is a major feature of Alport syndrome, it can have a significant impact on both receptive and expressive language development if it is not addressed early on. Children may experience delays in both receptive language, which is understanding what others say, and expressive language, which is the ability to communicate their own thoughts clearly. As a result, communication challenges can also affect a child's ability to interact with peers and succeed in school. When kids can't fully participate in conversations or classroom discussions or have auditory access to instructional time, it can make social relationships and academic performance more difficult. These are the references that we use to research this project. Thank you all for joining us today and learning alongside with us. Thank you.